Hey there, so I am here tonight to finally do my Vinegar Syndrome haul. I got some Vinegar Syndrome for Christmas, as you guys know. I talked about the sale on here. Ken Carlson recently asked me if I'd received them. I did, but they were taken from me to be wrapped for Christmas. This weekend was my Christmas with the kids weekend, so we got to do the stuff that we wanted to do and just like hang out and have some fun. And tonight I went over to my mom's. I actually got the Vinegar Syndrome, so you guys saw two earlier on tonight, so I'll show those two again in passing, but I will show the others. I got some limited edition stuff. We're really excited about this. I'll be right back, guys. We're going to look at some Vinegar Syndrome goodness, some limited edition stuff, some really cool Blu-rays, so let's roll the credits. Hey there, so if you don't know, I'm going into 2017 coming up with a clear purpose and goal in mind for my collecting. Last year, if you guys have been following my channel since the beginning of 2016 at least, then you know that last year I went in for the goal of getting UK and Giallo releases. I wanted to really up my game on that. And obviously that did happen. I did manage to get a lot of 88 films, a company I really love. I got a lot of Shameless Screen Entertainment stuff. I got some Arrow stuff, just some great stuff last year. So this is my WTF, my weird, obscure, kind of like different set. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. So if you like kind of like the kind of different films, kind of the crazy stuff, Vinegar Syndrome stuff, all that style of film, definitely stay tuned to my channel because that's the stuff I'm going to be focusing on heavily within the new year and be looking for stuff like that. So if you don't watch my podcast videos and my haul videos are the only things you watch, then what I'm going to show you right now is a couple that I mentioned in the podcast video, but I'm also going to show you my other Vinegar Syndromes that I got tonight, and there are some amazing limited edition stuff. We're going to go through them, look at them, see what has reversible covers, what kind of features are on them. We're going to talk about them. So first up, I'll show you one that I did a review on. If you haven't seen the podcast, I do recommend that you check it out, and that is the Evils of the Night, which I thought was really kind of a fun film. It's got like we got Otto Reyes shows up in this one, John Carradine, Tina Lewis from Gilligan's Island, Ginger, of course, Julie Newmar, of course, Catwoman. Of course, Neville Brand is in this. He does amazing in the film. This is his last film, I think. And it's Connie on the cover. You'll learn more about that if you watch the podcast. It does have a Blu-ray and a DVD on there, and what's really cool is that both the Blu-ray and DVD have different artwork, which I really do dig when they actually do that. In the background, it's just basically a scene from the film with a wraparound, which is actually pretty cool. I gotta say, I did have fun with this. I'm looking forward to looking at the features because it is a schizophrenic film at the end. I mean, they build up some great characters and make them extremely likable, only to pull something at the last minute that really doesn't make sense for the characters that we've seen going through. So you've got this like really fun like exploitation type film started there, and then at the end of it they go to a place where they don't really need to go. Still, that being said, there is definitely enough in this to recommend it. I'm really glad this will be watched more than once in my collection. It's a very cool film. We've got some great features here. We got like a scan restored 2K presentation, which is amazing. Alien blood transfusion, a video interview with the director Marty Rustam. I'll give an alternate feature-length TV edit of the film on there as well. An isolated score by Robert Ragland. 25 minutes of extensive like outtakes are here. TV spots work in progress, theatrical trailer, reversible cover art, which really isn't true. It doesn't really have reversible cover art. It just has like a reverse, like kind of a look I just showed you. But still, amazing stuff. Really fun. Also, I grabbed for this year was Count Dracula's Great Love. I'm a huge Paul Naschy fan, and I wish there was more of his stuff out on Blu-ray. Unfortunately, there isn't. There isn't enough of his stuff, period. And I don't want to buy like the Blu-rays or stuff coming from another country. I'd rather, well, not from from another country. It's not like I normally grab them from Germany or somewhere where I'm not gonna be, where they're gonna have booklets and stuff that I can't read. It really bothers me. Uh, so thus far I've been able to, I've stayed, you know, UK or North America to get a lot of my stuff out. But this is a really, really good one. So we got the movie here, Dracula's Great Love, which is actually a very good Dracula film. We got a commentary with director Javier Aguirre, I think is his name. Lead actor Paul Nashi, new video interview with actress Mirta Miller. Includes both the English dub and the original Spanish language soundtrack, which I love. International theatrical trailer, 8-page booklet, a reversible cover art, and actually I think it does have a reversible cover art. So we'll look at the reversible cover art first, which actually is really good. Wow, that is really good actually. So there's a reversible cover art for Ken Dracula's Great Love, and I really like that. I kind of don't know which one I want to keep on there. Look at that. It's really nice. There's the original. There's the other one, right? That's the new one. See? I don't know which one to keep on there. So we get this. As you can see, with the DVD and the Blu-ray, you get like the different artwork. There's an 8-page booklet here, so we got the booklet. So, you know, it's just great writing on here. Actually, look forward to reading that. I do like the booklets that they do. And looks like this one was done by, let's see who did this one here. Is it Mirka Pinsky? Yeah, I think it's Mirka Pinsky. So this is going to be like a good watch. This is the one that actually, my better half doesn't like a lot of horror movies. She doesn't watch a lot of but she'll watch like this type, the older kind of Hammer stuff, and this type that she'd watch. So very good there. So next up is, I'm leaving the limited editions for last, by the way, is a Christmas horror film that I was really looking forward to upgrading. I did have this one. I have the DVD edition of this from Arrow Video from a ways back, one of the early Arrow ones. And I was excited to upgrade this one to Blu-ray because this is like one that I really do like. It's Christmas horror. I love like holiday horror films and Christmas horror films especially. Cause I'm a real Christmas freak. I love Christmas. And this is about as close to a true Christmas horror film, because there's a twist at the end of it, as any horror movie you're going to see there. But that has, and it's Christmas Evil. I love this cover here. We got like a new 4K restoration on this one, 2 commentaries with director Louis Jack, commentary with filmmaker John Waters, archival interviews with director Louis Jack and Brandon Mager, original theatrical trailers, deleted scenes, actor screen test, storyboards. Then these chest screening comment cards. So you open it up here, and you get like, again, you get both the Blu-ray and the DVD. And if I haven't mentioned it in a while, I think one of the really cool things about Vinegar Cinema is a lot of their stuff. If you're one of my friends watching this over in the UK, these are all region. So many of these are all region. So I'll just check the other ones here too. So yeah, all these here are all region Blu-rays. So basically you can buy them anywhere in the world and they should work for you. Next up is a classic cheese fest that you knew that I would have to have. When I say WTF movies, this one definitely fits the bill of the type of stuff that I like, and that is Raw Force. Yeah, Cameron Mitchell, it is super crazy. There's zombies, there's kung fu, there's... It's insane. This movie is totally insane. I love it. We got a new 2K restoration, Destination, Warriors Island featurette with director Ed Murphy and cinematographer Frank Johnson. We got an audio interview with the finishing editor Jim Wynorski, which probably explains the nudity that got into the film. And original theatrical trailer. Again, you open it up, it's an all region again, so you're safe wherever you buy this from. We got the Blu-ray and DVD of Raw Force there. I'm very excited to have that one. I mean, this is one I've wanted for a while, so it's really nice to have this one. I love this. This has great art. I mean, like, the cheesier, more batshit crazy the film is, I think the better the poster art that they do for the film is, because you know the movie's not going to sell it on its own. So look at this. Just look. That is gorgeous. That is utterly gorgeous poster art. Now we are getting into the last 4, which are all limited edition exclusives. So first off, we have one of the Richard Casey ones, right? Yep. And the first one is Horror House on Highway 5. This one's limited to 3,000 copies. I do recommend grabbing it while they have it, because they said that once this is done, uh, they're not going to be redoing with features. They may do this one along with the other Richard Casey limited edition on DVD as a double feature with all the with as a bare bones double feature with none of the features on it. So basically, this one here we got scanned and restored 2K. Return to Whorehouse on Highway 5, making a feature. We got a commentary track with the director as well. Beach Party with Vom, a music video that was directed by him, but apparently was the impetus for Whorehouse on Highway 5. We have an alternate full frame presentation of Whorehouse on Highway 5, and reversible cover art by Kevin Thomas. So let's look at the reversible cover art. So this is the art, and this is actually pretty incredible. I love this art here. And we have, you can see the Blu-ray and DVD. Again, in case you want to, this is again all regions, so if you wanted to grab this one, it is a limited edition, but definitely. So this is the alternate cover art, and you'll understand the Richard Nixon mask if you see the film. Again, a great, limited to 3,000, so definitely one to pick up. If you had one, the All Sins of Sodom one wasn't like so much my type, but it was limited to 1,000. That one's sold out now. A lot of their stuff sells out. They had Pretty Peaches, that one's sold out. Sex World limited edition, that one's sold out. So I do recommend grabbing these. These are ones that do sell out. Next up has even less copies. Bless you.
Thank you.
This one here, Hellbent, has only 2,000. This is the second Richard Casey one. And again, these both have like features on them. We got again restored from a 2K 35 original camera negative. We got a little chaos making a feature. We got another commentary track with Richard Casey on here. Original cover by Cody Brown, and reversible cover as well. Bless you.
Thank you.
Again, it's region-free, fun, cheesy film. I do recommend that you do check these out. Vinegar Syndrome is a great company. Their shipping is actually really good. So I'm sure the other art was actually really cool as well. And actually does suit the film if you see it. So there's Hellbent right there. So that's the other cover art for it. But I do like this kind of mod cover that they got going on here with the Santa biker and all that. Bless you. Wow, you're getting the cold, aren't you?
Yeah.
So next up are the the big ones that everybody was clamoring for. So if you didn't get these yet, or if you didn't know about these, I do strongly recommend them. They're pretty awesome stuff. And so first up, we have bless you. We have the Undertaker with by Joe Spinell. It's the last movie that he ever made. This is, if you know who Joe Spinell is, that's the guy that did the movie Maniac. He did many films. He was in Rocky. He was the kind of like the sort of the mob boss guy that Rocky used to work for. That gives him his blessing to go on and basically go on and become a boxer. So he is he's the guy that he's in the Godfather as well. So I'll just take this out here. This is a very solid slip cover. By the way, these here are the first slip covers that Vinegar Syndrome have ever done. So really, I do recommend that you go in, you grab these. These are limited edition. And this one is the Undertaker. So it's basically, it's got this kind of a blood-soaked handprint on it, and it's just very cool the way it's done. When I first saw it online, I wasn't sure on it. So is this just kind of like a basic cardboardy one? But no, it has this really cool look to it that I really enjoy. The case itself on its own, the movie, it looks gorgeous. It really does. So we can see the Undertaker right here, Joe Spinell as the Undertaker. Great stuff. So we got a lot of features on here, by the way, guys. We got again, it's restored from 2K restoration. Select shots got are done from VHS tape. They couldn't they couldn't change that. We got a commentary track with director, writer, actor William Kennedy, making the Undertaker, interview with William Kennedy, director introduction, outtakes, promotional archival video, promotional stills gallery, booklet, essay by Michael Gingold, of course, from Fangoria, directed by William Kennedy, Steve Bono, Frankie,
Aviance, and Richard E. Brooks. So we got a few directors on this one. Uh, Again, this has the booklet, which I'll show you as well. There's no like alternate art. There is like there's a slip, kind of like a thing in the back, but I'm not sure if there's like nudity where there's the dead bodies there, so I can't really show it. But I'll just show you like the disc himself again. It is Blu-ray and DVD. It is, and they're both region free. So now you cannot be near this. That. As you can see, it has the booklet here. You can see we can see Joe Spell on the back. It'll be interesting to see this one. I've never seen the actual edition of this. I know there was the Death Merchant one that Code Red put out, but that one wasn't. From what I've heard, isn't a good representation of what the film actually is. This actually is the film that was that was made. It was a really good representation of the way that it was of the film that they did make. This is complete. That makes a lot more sense. It's a much different movie than Death Merchant was. Death Merchant's one to get down the road from over at Fancy Curio of like the movie kind of like jumbled a bit. So it's if you got it, fantastic. But definitely pick up the Undertaker. It's a great one. It's a solid. This isn't a shoddy slipcover at all. It's a very solid one. Very impressed with that. Next up, and last but not least, definitely not least, is a favorite of mine, and that is the movie Jack Frost. So a lot of people have been showing this one online because, well, look at it. This is what a lot of people have been showing this one online. It's a limited edition exclusive. I gotta say, highly recommend it. Great film. There's a bunch of features on here too, by the way. It has a fantastic slipcover. Really, again, solid big slipcover. So features we got here. We got again scanned, restored from 2K. We got commentary track with director Michael Cooney. We got video introduction by director Michael Cooney. Video interview with lead actor Scott McDonald. Video interview with director of photography Dean Lent. And additional and particular artwork by Chris Garofalo. Now you have to understand, of course, like this one here, along with the other limited editions, these are exclusive to Vinegar Syndrome sites. So I think some of them you may find like Vinegar Syndrome deals with like Diabolic DVD, so you may see some stuff on there. I do recommend if you can go with Diabolic or Vinegar Syndrome, like definitely like go if you can do it, go with the source. They put a lot of work into this. They do deserve to make the money back on this. And if you had the possibility of getting Exploitation TV, which is their streaming site, it is a streaming site. It's extremely cheap. I think it's like less than like $6 or $7. They have a lot of their movies, and a lot of movies that you don't have the rights to put out right now on DVD or Blu-ray there as well. And all the money and the proceeds that they make off of the streaming site goes towards remastering other films to put out and stick with physical media. So they're not like doing the streaming stuff to get away from physical media. They're doing their streaming on their site to help pay. They did like a kind of a Kickstarter Patreon thing, and apparently that did fairly well. Vinegar Syndrome does have a bunch of these monthly packages, and now they have something called like Essential Packs. Some of those are a little more expensive, but if you haven't got any Vinegar Syndrome stuff, there's some great stuff there to really look into. I'll actually, before I go off here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like pause this video, but you're not going to know because through the magic of editing, and I'm going to come back and I'm just going to show you exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to the with the essential packages and that. So you open it up here and you get the DVD and Blu-ray. Again, it's region free, and the other covers, of course, well, it's some particular covers. So you got Happy Snowman, Psychotic Snowman. You're looking Happy Snowman, Psychotic Snowman. So very cool. Love the way this is done. I couldn't have asked for better like Blu-rays to get for Christmas for me. I'm very pleased. Like with my Christmas haul this year, I am extremely pleased with the stuff that I got. It's incredible. I mean, there's 8 Vinegar Syndromes added to my collection. So, needless to say, I will be doing a Vinegar Syndrome update video in the near future where I'll show
everything that I've gotten from Vinegar Syndrome. So I'll be right back, and we're going to look into the essentials and talk a little bit more, because it's a company that deserves a little bit more credit and a little bit more focus. So we're going to do that. We're going to focus a little bit on Vinegar Syndrome on the website, what they got out there, and I'll give you some tips on how to start collecting for them. Hey there, so I wanted to talk a bit about the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So I'm not sure if you can see with the part of my TV there what's there or not. So for the January 2017 month, we got some pretty cool stuff coming out. We have a new adult film that's been rescued and restored called Beyond Shame, starring Sika, who, if you are a fan of like the kind of like the late 70s, early 80s adult cinema, like I was, when there actually were storylines and all that stuff, and they actually have people that could kind of act. Sika was kind of like one of the queens of it. So if you've seen stuff like the Swedish erotica shorts that were done back in that day, then you're probably going to be interested in that. That's just one of the 5 films that you get there. That one is on DVD, but the other 4 that are in that package for January or Blu-ray. We have Blue Money. I have to look more into that one. I don't remember that one as well right now. Now we have Taboo 4. It's the last of the Taboo series that they're going to be doing. I don't think they're going to be doing part 5 or anything up past that. They did Taboo 1 and Taboo 2 and 3 as a double feature, but they are finishing off with Taboo 4, which has Ginger Lynn, the fantastic Jamie Gillis. He's just a fantastic actor. He was in Dracula Sucks, which is a great movie. I really like the movie. I swear by that one. And John Leslie, who was in a lot of like adult films when I was younger. And those guys could actually act. Yeah, I could see them doing stuff outside of the adult cinema thing. And so those were the adult ones. But now we're going into stuff that's really not adult at all. So Don't Answer the Phone is one that people have been asking for on Blu-ray. They have a really good edition for a while. So if you got that one there, I'm really excited about that. Don't Answer the Phone is like a great kind of like exploitation film. But a really cool one there, that I really want. It's a limited edition, and it's going to have 3 discs. The third disc is going to be limited to the first 3,000 copies. It's a double feature, Blood Mania and Point of Terror. So I'm really hoping that that's one that I'll be able to get out of all of them here. I would like to have the whole package, and this is a good month for Vinegar Syndrome. But if you can get the package, definitely go for the package. This runs about $84 now, which is about not that bad actually. It's about like about 30 to 40% off what it normally is. So because and that's on the sale package. I mean, like this would cost a lot more than that to buy these. Blood Mania, Point of Terror is a double feature. It's got 2. They got like it's a 3-disc set. Plus, if you buy it within the first 3,000 copies, you're going to get this extra bonus disc, and this DVD is going to have alternate TV edit cuts of both Blood Mania and Point of Terror. I think that's a fantastic deal, something to jump on, especially with 3,000 units. Go for it. It's definitely one to grab. My feet were going to sleep, so I'm going to move this up a bit now. So we're going to go to the next one. We're going to the essentials. So there's different ones, as you can tell, with different price points. So the first essentials one right now is priced at about $162.48. It seems like a lot, but you get a lot with it. So as you can, which you probably can't see, but I'll let you know. That one there, I think that's the horror one. Let me just make sure though. Yeah, so the first essentials is a horror one, and you're going to notice when I start talking about these films that there's just some great stuff that they put out, some really different stuff when it comes to horror. So first off, there's Graduation Day, a fantastic one. I have the 80 films edition of that in my Slasher Classics collection. I would love to get the Vinegar Syndrome one as well. It's not the top on my list because I don't have the double on it type thing. So but Psychic Killer is really high on my list of movies that I want to get. That's there. The Blu-ray for that one's here as well. Again, another fantastic little film. I love the Psychic Killer. It's very cheesy, very different. It deals with astral projection, and I actually, confession time, I was really big into like the thoughts of astral projection when I was young. I did a lot of meditation, and I never got to astral project, but I always like something that I was like I thought about when you're younger and you're like reading up on all this stuff. It seems so cool. Next up, of course, is Don't Go in the Woods Alone. Blu-ray that's on in this set as well. Just a really fun one. It's so bad it's good. It's one you watch over again because you won't believe that the movie just goes as crazy as it does. And, nothing beats a pointed stick and Don't Go in the Woods Alone. Luther the Geek, again, another one that's very cool, very different. I wouldn't see anybody else putting it out. Stacey Haddock from Superbly. And of course, the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, she played April O'Neil, isn't before being replaced by Paige Turco in parts 2 and 3.
is in it. It's a different film. It's a fun film. I'm glad to have it in my collection. The top one for me with their horror stuff that they put out is the next one that I'm going to mention here in this Essentials collection. It's Night Train to Terror. Just a great one. Just a really fun film. It's an anthology film. It's crazy. It's nuts. It actually has a bonus feature film, Greta, the actual full length. Like, see, these Night Train to Terror was taken from 3 films that most of them weren't completed. Like, 2 of the 3, I think, actually did get completed later on. And they do actually have the full feature-length version of Greta as a bonus on the extra disc there, and it's actually better. Like, it's a better film than you would even imagine it being. We really enjoyed it, and if you watched our recent review that I did of the movie Evils of the Night, then you know that we spoke about what a compelling actress the actress that played Greta was, how watchable she was, and how charismatic she came off the screen. Unfortunately, she didn't do much after that. So really getting her here in this film in this set, getting Night Train to Terror as well as getting the film she did Greta is a fantastic package. Madman is a classic '80s, and that's that's an '82 horror, and we all know the '82 horror slasher genre is considered like the golden days of horror. And Madman Mars would just did some really great stuff. There's some cool makeup. There's some great death scenes. There's an awkward scene in a hot tub that has to be seen to be believed. It's just super crazy. The movie actually has an 80-something minute documentary on the making of it. Just fantastic stuff. Definitely worth getting. That's not all. There's more here in this Horror Essentials collection. We also got Demonoid. I have that one as well. It's a fun little film. Again, another crazy film. Great cover art on there as well. King Dracula's Great Love, which I just showed you guys here. It has Christmas Evil. Again, another one I just showed you guys. Just fantastic Blu-rays. And they also have a Blu-ray like transfer of Pigs, one that I've got like the Trauma DVD of that severely, desperately needs to be upgraded to Blu-ray. Trust me, if you own the Trauma DVD, then you know exactly why you want to get this movie upgraded to Blu-ray. Aside from getting some really great features on there, it definitely needed the upgrade. It needed the better picture, and it's got the better picture on this one here. So for 100 and how much is it? 150 something. So for like what $162, you're getting 10 Blu-ray films, some great ones there. Some of these cost like way over the $20 mark. So yeah, it's a really good deal when you think about that. Like
With shipping, it would be about $18 maybe, or something.
maybe not even that. I don't think about. Let me say about $18 a movie. I'd say just a little less. Now let's look at the next one, and this one is called there. This one's definitely not for everybody. This one's a hardcore one because they do rescue like adult films from the '70s, '80s as well. But this one, if you are into those type of films, this is the one to get. We have Taboo, which for me stars Kay Parker, is one of the greatest adult films ever made. That's one that from my childhood. It is one from my childhood. She doesn't understand it, but I I am in my 40s. I grew up in a time when adult films had an air of respectability, and it wasn't like the you can see everything on the internet like it is now. They were actual films that were made to be films that you could watch, that could be shown in theaters, and only just in adult theaters that were actually shown in theaters as well. Taboo is a good example of some decent acting and a decent, really well done film. We got like a bunch, like I think there's like 5 commentaries on this one here. Second one we got is Corruption. That looks like John Leslie. I'm not sure if that is John Leslie or not, but it kind of looks like John Leslie or Jamie Gillis, one of those actors there. And Corruption. What's really cool about Corruption, and he knows this. This is one that I look at strongly because it has like Last House on Dead End Street is one that they're going to be restoring, putting it on Blu-ray down the road. That's still a ways down the road, but as a bonus feature, they have a complete edition of Last House on Dead End Street on Corruption. So that is an incredible thing to have there. So that's the number 2 on that. Number 3 is Trashy Lady. I don't know a lot about that one, but again, it's another one of the bigger ones. Pretty Peaches Trilogy. That's 3 films there on that one, and that is a really, if you haven't seen the Pretty Peaches ones, again, not for everybody. I'm talking about the adult ones now. But as far as the adult ones go, that is a really, really good one. The next one I can strongly recommend. Again, this one does have Kay Parker, and it's kind of like a sci-fi type story. It was done around the time, I guess, when Michael Crichton was doing like Westworld, which is a very popular series right now. on TV, and it's called Sex World. I know it sounds kind of cheesy and sounds like something, but it actually does work well in the storyline, and the actors do work. I wish that the limited edition was still available so you could get the one, because there is like a non-adult rated version of the film, because it was done in two versions. There's a hardcore X rated version, and there's a softcore version with that took it like some of the sex and stuff, and like highlight the story more. I would like to have gotten that edition, but I would definitely get the other edition as well. I'm going to get an adult one. It's Pretty Peaches, Taboo, and like Corruption and Sex World. I'm going to type that I'm going to pick up. Next one is one of the Peakorama series. I think that's got a couple on. I can't really see what this on. Honestly, guys, I can't look too big into it. But you can go to the Vinegar Cinema site and check it out. That's when they do double features. They normally do the Peakorama ones only on DVD. This one here is a double feature Blu-ray one, so that makes that one even bigger. Now they got along with those 6 Blu-rays, they got 4 DVD ones as well. We got Corporate Assets there, which I actually remember that movie. Too Naughty to Say No. The Ribbled Tales of Canterbury, which actually is a cool one, and Dixie Ray, Hollywood Star, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I kind of vividly remember. So that's the that one there, and that one is going to run you about like $158. So that's a little bit less than the other one, because there's some DVDs in there, but still, that is a pretty good package deal. Next up is the Oddball one. This one's going to run you about $140. So as you can see, we're getting like lower down in the type of stuff that they got. So like in price wise. So first up, there's some called Loving. It's kind of a cool one. The Telephone Book I do know a bit about. This is not like a. It's a very like tame like type of like softcore type of film, and I do mean very tame. I actually really want this one. It's about this girl that gets the obscene phone call from a guy, and he's a really good obscene phone caller. So she actually goes searching him out, and the whole like if you've ever seen the trailer, I recommend looking at the trailer. It's about this person that's the best obscene phone caller in the world, and can actually sway presidents and everything with his great oratory skills, but will not do so because that would be abusing his skill. It's a comedy, of course, very different, just very quirky. Definitely worth checking out if you like that type of film. It's not an adult film. Don't expect that going in because you're not going to get that out of it. Good Luck, Miss Wyckoff is another one. It's a different one. It's a more serious film. It's more of a dramatic film than a lot of stuff they do. Look it up. There's a great cast in that film. Deals with race relations as well as like different issues. Jungle Blue is kind of a crazy fun one. Then there's a triple feature with Evil Come, Evil Go, and 2 other films on it. The one that I really want, Runaway Nightmare. That's great. It's a really fun '80s like slasher film. Again, one that I do have and I strongly recommend. This one is batshit crazy. There's killer puppets and everything in it. It's called Nightmare Weekend. Hellbent, the one I just showed you guys recently, a gorgeous one. It's a limited edition, 2,000 copies. That one, that's on here. So get that one. Oh, that's still available on here before they got to like put something else in there. Sex in the Comics, which was kind of a cheesy, fun one, where basically kind of getting like a softcore thing, but also has like a bunch of like R-rated cartoons as well, about like 80 minutes of that there. So if you're a cartoon fan and you're like ones that have that stuff, and there's some great stuff there as well. And the Driving Classic collection gets you 2 cool ones with the Exterminator, the Executioner Part 2. There was never an Executioner Part 1, by the way. And Frozen Scream, which is also some cool classic stuff. And again, that one just will run you about like 142.08, and again we get like 10 movies here, so that is again a great set. Now we get to the sexploitation one. This one here runs only at $116.88. Gotta say that is an incredible price. You're gonna see a lot of double features here, ones that I really want. I don't have any of these here in this collection, so when it looks at ones that I want, this is probably going to be one of the big ones. But you're just going to see a lot of driving classics. I won't even go into this movie like Judy, and there's just kind of different ones like different stuff there. My throat's going, so I'm not going to mention them all. But anyway, so the Herschel Gordon Lewis set's there. So there's a Shock Gore Herschel Gordon Lewis set. It's like really expensive. It's put up by Arrow Video. I want it tremendously, but it's just too much price wise for me right now. But anyway, so this one here, before Herschel Gordon Lewis started doing this Shock Gore type films, he did these kind of like these nudie cutie sexploitation, very innocent sexploitation films. This has a collection of those 3 films on here. So come over to that Friedman-esque type stuff. definitely stuff worth checking out. Really fun. That's the Blu-ray on there. All the rest of these here are DVD. From the Blue Hour to Wakefield Poodle's Bible. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drive-in classic collections, and drive-in collections have 2 movies each. So for the $116 one, and it's like 9 DVDs and a Blu-ray, but you're getting like 19 films. At least 19 films there. That's an incredible deal for $116. Last but definitely not least, and something's going to be interesting to a lot of people that watch my channel, right here is going to be the action exploitation one. So 148.68 for this one here. And again, we're looking at 10 movies, that 8 of which are Blu-ray and 2 of which are DVD. So we got Disco Godfather, Rudy Ray Moore. We got Dolomite for Rudy Ray Moore. So that's 2 of the 4 Rudy Ray Moore films. Dolomite's a fantastically fun film. I don't have Disco Godfather yet. I definitely want to get the Rudy Ray Moore film. We got The Mothers here, which is another kind of cheesy, fun one. There's a drive-in classic collection that includes like the Death Place or Palace, and Vampire Hookers. Of course, it's John Carradine's classic that I remember from my day. Raw Force, which I just showed you guys. Another one there, Massage Parlor Murders. So really captures like the whole like 42nd Street era. It truly does, and you get to see some great scenery from back in that day. Death Machines is definitely the strong one of being one of the next ones that I'll pick up from Vinegar Syndrome. It's very fun, cheesy, like kung fu action film with a little bit of sci-fi thrown in. Sugar Cookies with Lynn Laurie. I love Lynn Laurie. She's a beautiful lady, and that is like one of the better, like it's kind of a mystery thriller, kind of like it's kind of almost got like an Alfred Hitchcock-esque thing to it. There's like some more, like it's not adult, but there's like nudity in there, so I just put that one out there. But it's like kind of a Brian Palma, Alfred Hitchcock-esque type of film. The Doll Squad, we actually have another film on it too. I think it's Mission Belfast or Kill Fast or something like that. They're both Ted V. Michaels films, so if you know anything but Ted V. Michaels, just know that going in. He says some like crazy, cheesy stuff, and that you just gotta love. So if you like Andy Sedaris, you're probably gonna like Ted V. Michaels as well. And just some really cool stuff in there. So there you go. That's the monthly pack, the essentials pack. Thank you so much for watching. My voice is going right now. Loving Vinegar Syndrome stuff. If you haven't checked it out, go to vinegarsyndrome.com. Check out the website. They got some great stuff there. Tell them I sent you. If you watch this video, it'll be nice to know that a company knows that I'm actually shouting them out as well. So feel free to like share, like, tweet this video. Or if you want to, share it on the Vinegar Syndrome website, Facebook page if you want to. So I would like that. Let people know that that it's out there. I will be looking into like reviewing, looking deeper into this stuff, and like checking out more of these films. So if you want to see like really cool, crazy, wacky stuff, and you want to hear more about Vinegar Syndrome, want to hear more of the titles, stuff to get, I'm going to be doing a complete Vinegar Syndrome collection overview very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did enjoy making it, and I really want to get out there and just really get into this and show you like not just some of the stuff that I got, the haul I got, but actually some really cool stuff that you can get yourself to get yourself like started on some really cool, crazy stuff. So if you're like me and like the exploitation side of things, then you're definitely going to like this. If you like some of the cheese or horror side of things, you're going to like this. If you like some of the more adult side of things, you're going to like this as well. But the good adult side of things, not the stuff that's made today. Thank you for watching. My name is Aaron. I desperately am in need of a drink right now, so you know what time it is, guys. Yeah, it's truly, it is time for tea. Hi there, and thank you for staying for the after credit sequence. I'm just going to talk about some of my picks for upcoming that I really would like to get on the Vinegar Syndrome site. Obviously, for me, like a strong like contender, like what to get next. There's a limited edition Blood Mania Point of Terror one. Gotta say, strongly gotta recommend that one. That's like a big one for me, and the ones that I want to get their limited editions there as well. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that if you're a vinyl collector, Vinegar Syndrome does have records as well. They have soundtracks there.
So if you like vinyl, like I do, I have a bunch of vinyl in here that doesn't get enough play, but I would definitely grab one of their records down the road to do like some pretty cool stuff. Uh, but for me, Death Machines is another one that's kind of like a strong one that I did. Actually I showed him the they did like a 50-second like scene from the movie, and it looked fun. Uh, on there as well. That's another big one for me. I would like to get one of their sets. They're kind of like their 12 movie sets, like their like the storefront theater or like one of the Pono ones that they do. But there's some strong ones. I love to have some of the Rude Ray Moores. Just some great stuff there with Rude Ray Moore, with Petey Wheatstraw as one. Candy Tangerine Man, Lady Coco. Again, just another great one. But like as I showed you guys when I looked at the exploitation stuff, there's just so many great ones by Vinegar Syndrome. Psyche Killer is a strong like one on my list as well. But there's just so much there from them right now that I do want I could just go on for days with the stuff that's there. So check it out yourself. Go to the Vinegar Winter blah blah blah. First day in the tongue. Go to the Vinegar Syndrome website. Give it a look. See if there's stuff that you like there. Feel free to like comment in the section down below. Tell me what Vinegar Synonyms you have, which ones that you saw on the site after watching this video, and you wrote down and said, okay, this is what I want to get. I'd love to hear some recommendations from you guys as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Aaron. I'm the exploitation guy. I am losing my voice. I am out of here, and it is truly it's time for tea. Go enjoy some Vinegar Syndrome. Have some exploitation fun tonight. Merry Christmas, guys.